Start over there. Meowdy, Scooby, how are you doing? Meowdy Alphonse, Meowdy Serby, Meowdy Dan. It's Minecraft Sunday, exactly. I've given up. I was debating playing today or tomorrow. Decided on doing both. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it be. Just put on this. And let me get the game audio working, and then we'll be good to go. I play I play so much of the time with just muted stuff. Meowdy Ari, thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. Ow. We gotta build. We gotta build our thing, Marty. Gotta build it. Gotta build the giant fucking rail that'll never end. Please. Someone let it end. Someone let it end, please. There we go. Alright, now I'm all set up. Too much to set up these days on streams. Honestly. The things I do for y'all. The things I do for y'all. Are my boxes not even like fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god. We have a couple of empty boxes. It's alright. That's fine. That's fine. Why are you throwing cats at me? What are you doing? Let's stretch and hydrate. I just got started. I just got started. I don't need a stretch yet. Do it anyways? Alright. It may not look like it. It may seem like a strange concept. But I take pretty good care of myself during streams. It's the only way I can actually stream. Alright, what the fuck are we doing in this game? Alright, we need a sponge as well. That's what we need. There. Rail that never ends. This goes on and on, my friends. Oh no. Don't bring up lamb chops? Is that where the song that never ends comes from? I hope you're doing well, Lilith. Hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here for a few hours. I had a hard time of sleeping, so probably not as long as I'm gonna treat my stream friends like I do my Tamagotchi. Make sure the care meters are maxed out at all times. That's fair. I just let my Tamagotchis die and then laugh at their corpse. It's just the way we do things here. I always sing the song that never ends when we could lay here and fork at the world. Look, I still stand by that Snow Patrol's chasing cars. It does not sound like lay here and forget the world. The way he says it, it sounds like just lay here and fork at the world. Listen to it. And if I'm wrong, your ears are broken. That's it. If you hear forget instead of fork at the world, you're just wrong. I'm just making a proclamation now. Let's see. Oh, we're probably gonna have to do a decent amount of like digging and building today in the rail, so we won't get too far. People remember as the song that never ends. Apparently, it's the song that doesn't end. song that doesn't end. Doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. Not one bit. No. No. Work At the World doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right, but it sounds like what it is. I was always confused by the Fork At the World. I was like, I don't know what this guy's going on about, but you know what? It's a song meant for like 14-year-old girls, so whatever. I'm not gonna try to analyze it too much. I've heard plenty of songs with very strange lyrics before. It doesn't always need to make sense. It's sad to hear Lasso's deaf. Luckily, he didn't hear the news. Like, as soon as I learned it was actually Forget the World, I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's a lot better. I still don't hear it, but it makes sense. You death my Stranding until I play Minecraft? Look, we're done with Death Stranding. We won. It's over. Well, we didn't kill Higgs. Higgs got eaten by a giant baby. Who's also my daughter. Maybe. But was being saved by my sister mother?
If I lay here. If I just lay here. Would you lie with me and just forget the world?
See?
Forget what we're told. Before we get too old. Show me a garden that bursting into life.
It sounds pretty close. You say forget the world, you say forget the world. Basically the same words. Takes 2 electric boogaloo. That's what Death Stranding 2 was, Belle. We have to wait for Death Stranding 3 in order to get Higgs again. By the way, I don't know if this is a good news or bad news for y'all. So, Kojima has written all of Death Stranding 3. Or written the, like, loose concept of Death Stranding 3. But he has said he is not going to make it. Kojima does not want to make Death Stranding 3. He wants some other studio and some other director to make it. Death Stranding 3 P on me. So, if we do get a Death Stranding 3, it's going to be a Metal Gear Rising Revengeance situation. Where another company comes in and makes it. Which means it can only get weirder. It's going to be a hero shooter. Ooh. Play as Dollman. I'm Dollman. You play as Dollman. I'll play as Sam in the Pecco hat. Someone else can play as Fragile. I'm honestly shocked that Kojima hasn't made a fighting game yet, though. Because every one of his games ends with, like almost every one of his games ends with, like, a fighting game sequence. Let's see, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 does not. 4 does. 5 doesn't, but 5 wasn't a real game. I don't know. It's a suspicious number of them. Death Stranding 1 does. Death Stranding 2 does as well. Although we also had like a guitar battle in Death Stranding 1 or Death Stranding 2. Still the Railway? Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, Scooby. I saw it. It's just not something I want to talk about. All Pecco's all mid. I think more games should allow multiple of the same hero. I think it's a dumb restriction that you can't put 8 snipers on mid. Rail Purgatory? Yeah. I mean, we got only 58,000 to go. 58,000 blocks to go. So yeah, we're making progress. We'll see. I need to figure out what game to play next. I might do a poll in the Discord about what game to play next. We'll probably do a few short games. I want to play Baby Steps, which will be a journey. It'll be a journey for sure. Virtually useless mob, the glow squid. How dare you? I can make shiny signs because of them. Baby Steps is... I'll just hold on. Let me just pull it up. Let's just pull up a trailer real fast. Baby Steps trailer. Meowdy Russian ants. Meowdy. Let me just pull up what Baby Steps is. Let's just... It's a very lasso coded game, I feel. Ow. Ow.
Oh, hey, Nate.
Oh,
I heard you screaming. Are you
Jim.
okay?
Yeah, no, oh yeah,
I'm
sorry.
here to help, buddy.
I see how you could think I was in trouble.
Very lasso coded.
With the screaming, but, I'm not.
You're not?
No, just, it was just a playful scream.
You control one leg at a time to walk around.
Just normal life.
Oh, yeah.
No.
While I'm here, do you want to get hooked up with some...
Oh, no, I'm doing good.
You got some equipment?
Yeah, like,
Shoes?
oh.
All right.
He's caked up though, so you know you get to see that the entire time.
Never change, Nate.
Oh. Yeah.
Hooroo.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Ooh, ooh. Oh.
So yeah, it's like Quap controls walking up a mountain. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Why did the Fat Man in Death Stranding take blue? It's fine. It's fine. We just finished Death Stranding 2 yesterday. Blue's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still upset though that the final twist wasn't Dollman was pulling the strings the entire time. It would have been so good. It would have been so good. You thought I was the puppet? No, I was the one controlling it all along. All right, Dollman. Does Lou pee on Fat Man to death? Who is Fat Man? Who's Fat Man? Please? No one's called Fat Man. Wait, is there a Fat Man in, I feel like there's a Fat Man in Metal Gear somewhere. There's Running Man. He runs fast. He's my favorite character. Running Man, I think, was the first man. I think Dead Man. Oh, Dead Man? Oh, that's just Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro, he dies at the beginning of Death Stranding 2. The bomb guy from Metal Gear Solid 2. Right, the bomb guy from Metal Gear Solid 2. That's Fat Man. Good. I'm glad I'm not crazy. I'm glad I remember that. Vaguely. What? Look. There's an actual character called Fat Man in Metal Gear Solid 2 who runs around on roller skates and throws bombs at you. And yeah, that's all I remember of him. The weird boss fight. Talking about the guy that takes Lou at the beginning of chapter 6. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about Dead Man is what he's referred to as in Death Stranding. That's just Guillermo del Toro. Voiced by someone else. I'm just getting the audio right. Why did he take Lou? Fuck. Why did he take Lou? He had to, like, look after Lou because Lou was experiencing sepsis, I think. Baby sepsis. BB sepsis. It's... Look, don't... One thing about, like, Kojima writing is don't search for deeper meaning. Just let it it's right there. All the context you need is right in front of you. There is nothing hidden. The guy in the Metal Gear Solid 2 called Vamp is not called that because he's a vampire. It's because he's bi. Yeah. Yeah, obviously. I call all my bi friends Vamp. I love Lou. I'll fight the BTs with my own will, and nope, Lou is gonna be a human. Look, just keep playing. You just gotta keep playing. Just let it happen. If you don't know the full story, I can't spoil. Lou is in Death Stranding 2. That I can spoil, because that is like part of the trailers. I don't feel bad spoiling stuff in trailers. The game's spectacular. You know what else is spectacular? Look at Minecraft. Oh my god. What a perfect game. What other game could have me sitting here for hundreds of hours? Clicking down thousands of tracks. She spoils my trailers till I refund the game. Ooh. Minecraft cave noises are wild. How you doing, by the way, Belle? Have you managed to sleep? What's that? Oh no, this is one of these. Just empty out a little bit of this. Let's see here. I keep saying that Death Stranding is peak. My friends keep saying, oh, it's shit. It's Walking Nothing More. It's Baby Jar can't be that good. Oh, look. Different people can like different things from games. I love Kojima games, but I'm here for like the walking for 5 hours and that meaning something. I mean, just look at this project, right? Like, I can find meaning in so much stuff. But not everyone can. And that's fine. People have different opinions. People can enjoy different things. The real secret to making people like Death Stranding is just tell them it's Metal Gear Solid 5. That'll get at least a few people on board. Death Stranding 1 and 2 is just Metal Gear Solid 5 and 6. And I refuse to hear otherwise. You play Metal Gear Solid 5, it's basically the same game? Exactly. I hated Metal Gear. I'll be honest, I hated Metal Gear Solid 5. It was bad. I liked a lot of the mechanics they introduced, but God, there was just... It felt like a game Kojima was forced to make, and it just didn't work. There wasn't enough dumb story and lines. That was my problem. I didn't have enough cutscenes explaining to me like why languages are viruses. There's not at least like 10 hours of cutscenes explain to me why life is the way it is, then what's even the point? You're alive, Bell. That's, you know, alive is, we'll take it. No. You live for Vengeance despite it not being Kojima. Vengeance was Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Was a game. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I'm not a huge fan of Platinum games. I did love the final boss. I think Armstrong, Senator Armstrong, is a brilliant final boss. Hilarious boss. And the mean guy, also great. Memes, the DNA of the soul. Society? I forget what it was. That man was great. Love my like silly little edgelord villains. Is there any other games that, like, I don't know, kind of take the story to 11? I need more games that are just like no subtext, only text. I would love to see it more. And I'd like to see it done well. I guess like the No More Heroes. Yakuza. So I've played Yakuza 0, 1, and 2. And those are kind of 50-50. Those are very much like you have a soap opera, and then you have silly side quests. The main story of the Yakuza games is like a little bit silly, but it's not as... It feels like a soap. They're not really talking about society too much in it. Or if they are talking about society, they're talking very specifically about Japanese society. Which is, a specific vibe. Disco Elysium? I don't think we have the patience to do Disco Elysium on this channel. Deadly Premonition. Oh yeah, I definitely want to do a Deadly Premonition. How long is that game? It's a little bit longer, isn't it? It's fairly long? Okay. Mostly the driving around. Oh. We made an open world. We're going to use it. Is there anything in it? Fuck no. But we're going to use it. But yeah. I don't know, I love games that don't take themselves too seriously. Disco Elysium scares me because I feel like it takes itself a bit too seriously. But that's just like the media I've seen around it. I also would need to figure out how to acquire it in the most moral way. I know there's some weird morality around the way you acquire Disco Elysium, because the publishers just completely screwed over the creators. It's all Silent Hill at night. Silent Hill really... Silent Hill 2 really changed how, like, a lot of horror games worked. The most, like, influential horror games I can think of right now are, Silent Hill 2. I feel like so many things came out of Silent Hill 2 and like the way they did stuff there. PT, despite only being a playable trailer, had one of the largest influences on how worlds are designed in modern horror games. I feel like Amnesia had a huge influence. Because at the time Amnesia came out, all horror games, like, you had weapons, and that was the first time you were just told, like, no. No weapons. Fatal Frame 2? Fatal Frame as well. Fatal Frame would be a fun one to play. Yeah, and then FNAF. FNAF would be another one, because it just spawned the mascot horror, or reinvigorated the mascot horror. Right, you have Poo Poo Pee Pee Time, Garden of Ban Ban, or Bon Bon, and FNAF, all wild series. What's hilarious is that, let me just double check. Silent Hill 2 came after Twin Peaks as well, right? Yeah. Like Twin Peaks, the series had a huge influence on just all media. Everyone should watch Twin Peaks if you haven't. It's a fantastic series. It's a little weird. It just kind of does what it wants. But it has like such a huge influence on culture. Right. Silent Hill 2, of course, was based off of Twin Peaks, Deadly Premonition as well. But then also stuff like Link's Awakening, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening was based off of Twin Peaks. Like, the creator watched Twin Peaks and changed how they were building the Zelda off of that. Like anything that includes a lot of surrealness that was made in the 90s probably is referencing Twin Peaks. It's probably because the director watched Twin Peaks. It's such an influential, like, series. Would highly recommend. And it's not too long. It's 2 seasons, with the first season being short, like a 13 episode season, and a movie, and then a return season, which I still need to watch the return season in the movie. But it's a very fun, like, soap opera murder mystery. You like your shows with 24 movies and counting? Look, not everything can be One Piece. Some creators actually want to move on and work on different things. Some creators know how to end a fucking series. That didn't work so well for Hunter x Hunter. Well, look, I'm not saying Hunter x Hunter is a well done series either. That's never gonna end. Hunter x Hunter is gonna suffer the same fate as Game of Thrones. The creator's gonna die before they finish it. I do wonder why that happens to some series. Like, it happens a lot. That a series will just go on too long, and the creator will never really, like, come into health issues or just get old. And they just won't be able to finish it. They finished off a banger Yu Yu Hakusho and then thought they could finish another. What I find hilarious is Yu Yu Hakusho. I fucking love Yu Yu Hakusho. Fantastic like anime manga. But it's like one arc, really, disguised as multiple arcs. Sorry, there's 2 arcs. There's the beginning arc, where we first start, and our boy gets his powers, and then it's tournament arc. Like, everything past the very beginning of Yu Yu Hakusho is just tournaments. And there's different stakes and there's different stuff going on, but it's the same thing. Most bare bones shonen but excellently crafted. Oh yeah, I love it. Look, why make up a story as to why all these characters are coming into conflict with each other? Just make more tournaments. They're fighting because they're in a fighting tournament. Easy, done. You don't get a better wife rival than you do with Kuwabara. Kuwabara is wild. He's also like 12? How old are they? I forget. In Yu Yu Hakusho, it's one of those hilarious things where everyone's actually ridiculously young. They're like in middle school. Which is what, max 15 in Japan? The Toguro brothers were wailing out a child. Yeah. It's a thing in manga that's, I think, always rather silly. As someone who is now like in their 30s, y'all are putting a bit too much on these children. Y'all are asking a lot from children in these series. It's kind of hilarious because they're often written with the emotional maturity of like someone in their 20s, maybe late teens. But then you remember like, oh no, this is like a 12-year-old that the world is relying on. Which is why Evangelion is such a great series. Evangelion really said like, all right, let's create a world-ending crisis where we have to rely on 13-year-olds. And let's write characters that reflect that. So all the adults are completely fucked up. All the children are completely fucked up. And nothing goes well. Which I find, I don't know, it's interesting. There's an anime that's a classic, that was recently made an anime where the main character rage baits a normal teenager into wanting to destroy the world. That sounds about right for shonen. Cactus and I have been watching Zeta Gundam, which is the series right after the first Mobile Suit Gundam. And Gundam's very much about child soldiers, right? Like, that's a huge reoccurring theme in the Gundam. But it's kind of hilarious in this one. It's one... Our MC is a child. And a lot of people are recognizing that and are like, you're a fucking child. But on the other hand, you have a bunch of people in the world who... How to put this? It feels like they know the first Gundam show existed, and so they're having to remind the audience constantly of like, oh no, don't worry. I know he's a whiny bitch now, this kid, but he's gonna be the next Amuro. He's gonna be the next, you know, Rei Amuro. Oh, we know the ship isn't like the ship you're used to, but it's giving me feelings of White Base. You know, the ship from the first Gundam? Y'all remember first Gundam and how you really like that? Yeah, don't worry, these things are like first Gundam. It's... Like, I know they're doing it... Like, it's written that way so the audience doesn't leave. Like, it's very obviously written that way. For the audience. But it just feels a little bit silly of like, no guys, please don't leave, don't worry, don't worry. Like, it's still Gundam, guys, don't worry. We're not making it too different. Which just means you have like this kid actually being treated like a kid by several people and being told like, you shouldn't get in the Gundam. Stop fighting. Go home. You don't belong here. And then you have other people being like, yeah, but you could be like really fucking badass. You know, you could be a badass. Think about it. I think this kid's gonna be a badass. We should let them in the Gundam. But also, Char is really fucking hot in this one, so I kind of just let it slide. Like, just look at this man. Just look at him. Look at this guy. He's beautiful. He's so fucking 80s as well. It's the most 80s show I have seen, like, ever. It's kind of hilarious. Everything has ridiculous iron on it. About to sing you one more time. Oh yeah. The animation of Interstellar 5555 is basically just Gundam Zeta. I need to watch Interstellar 5555 again. I remember it being enjoyable. A good music video. It's about aliens joining an evil record company, if I remember it right. It's been some time. They're like attacked or something, and then they join an evil record company to try to get back home. Fuck me. I really forget. And then you have, of course, the other Daft Punk movie, Human After All, which is the most French movie they could possibly make. Like, if I remember right, it starts with like 5 minutes of just them driving through a desert and panning desert shots, which then the desert turns into a naked woman. It's very French art house. just listen to the music, you don't watch the movie. That's fair. The movie's really well made, though. It's really well made. And then, of course, you have your third Daft Punk music video of Tron Legacy. That one wasn't as good. There was too much talking in that one. Only weirdos listen to music? It's only all of humanity. You know, the weirdos listen to music. You're wild, Bell. If I ever meet someone who says, like, yeah, I don't listen to music at all, I'm just going to assume they're an alien. Or they don't realize they're actually listening to music and they're just silly. It's like one of the basic storytelling devices we have. Been bumping Dance Gavin Dance for the past few days. I'm vibing. Nice. I haven't been listening to too much recently. I need to get back into it. I've been just kind of vibing. Like, just having the background music of whatever game I'm playing. Or movie I'm watching. Podcast I'm listening to. But I haven't been, like, directly listening to music recently. Need to discover more bands. In my old bubble of everything I've been listening to for the past 2 decades and never branching out. I occasionally branch out. The way I do it is I look at the record labels that the artists I like are in, and then I see what other people that like record label has signed. Because I listen to a lot of like smaller bands, that's it's usually a good way for me to like get more other small bands. Although I really miss when I lived in Waco, there was a coffee shop near the university that somehow got the best fucking bands there before they got big. Like, whoever was the person in charge of getting booking was absolutely insane. They got Chromeo there before Chromeo was like got on like the night show and all that other stuff. I don't know if Chromeo ever won a Grammy. I think they were nominated for one, but I don't think they ever won one. They also got Civil Wars. Civil Wars did win a Grammy and then broke up. But like before they were even really acknowledged as a band, they showed up. And this coffee shop held like, ooh, you could maybe get like 40 people. Maybe 50 in the back if you're pushing it. Absolutely like tiny, but some of the best bands rolling through there. Also, the tickets were, I think, $5? $5 to $10. I think it was $5 pre, $10 at the door. Just absolutely insane value. But yeah, that's how I found like a lot of my older stuff. Have to go one day. Yeah, cheap concerts are the best. I love cheap concerts. You get some of the most interesting music there. Also, usually for cheap concerts, the Whoever's playing is really, really trying, right? Because they haven't made it big yet, so they are on the hustle. They put on a fantastic show because they know they need to. They got no laurels to rest upon. Now you do have like lower production value, of course. Like errors are going to happen. They might slip up a few times. Because all these people have day jobs. So they can't practice 24/7. So much water. What is this? Why are we in some sort of like water hell here? I also need to like look up more bands again. Figure out what is out there, what's speaking to me. It's tricky though. I used to use what's called Listen to This? Meowdy Echo. On Reddit. It was a place when Reddit was smaller. People would just post like, hey, here's a neat band I found. Here's a song or two from them. And I would listen to like, probably like 100 bands a month or more off of that. Most of it I did not like. But occasionally I find like little nuggets, little diamonds in the rough. There's some good stuff out there. You just have to search. People make really interesting music. People always make really interesting music. It's who we are. My biggest problem that I found when I was searching for bands is I'd find a band where I'm like, cool, I like your sound, I enjoy this song, but every one of your songs sounds like this one song. Like they hadn't quite figured out how to branch out of one specific song type. Which, don't get me wrong, it's tricky. Like people in the music they make, but I take chunks of their songs, not albums. You gotta switch over to albums. You gotta. It's the best way of doing music. Especially for small bands. Bands are usually not everyone can be a Pink Floyd or Gorillaz. I think you're thinking of pop bands. A lot of pop bands work on making singles. Right? People who have record labels that are more about getting on the radio. The focus on making singles for the radio. But all the bands like I listen to, it doesn't have to be concept albums. But I've seen a lot of albums, like a lot of artists have very different sounds from album to album. Ishibashi and St. Paul and the Broken Bones are fantastic examples of this. PTV? Oh, Pierce the Veil. Okay. I think. Let me pull up my like music library. Rat-a-tat's, all their albums are very different sounding, in my opinion. Hot Chip, their albums are very different, yeah. Jeff Buckley only really had one album, sadly. sadly. Rest in peace. Muse's albums always felt very different. Like, they're a big band, and they have very different stuff. Ratatat is the name of a hentai artist. Pardon? Do you have any Doom music? What do you mean by Doom music? What's your meaning on Doom music? Oh yeah, Decemberists. I listen to a lot of Decemberists, and their albums are very different. Music from Doom. I don't... Okay. I know ads are going to be running for some people. I think Scooby gets ads, so... We'll see if they yell at me if they have ads or not, and then I'll make a decision whether or not to continue that bit. I'm going to go on my Doom, my video game music rant. I have one. We have 3 minutes every hour just to prevent pre-rolls. I'm not sure if it's helped yet. We'll see. I wish I could do no ads on Twitch, but I can't. If you sub, I'll wait for them to come back and then I'll talk about it. Then I can advertise subs. Please no water. Please no water. Please no water. All I'm asking for in this game. Thank you to whoever's been digging, though. For those of you who don't know, this server is open to anyone on... Well, I'll wait for the ads then, actually. I'll just vibe. I'll just vibe. It's open to anyone on the Discord, though. Alright, ad break should be over. It told me it's over. Yell at me if it's over. Yell at me if it's correct. Or if it lies to me. Because it might lie to me. Ad done? Alright. It looks like it's about 20 seconds off from what it tells me. That's good to know. That's good to know. Just as a heads up, if you have any way to get around ads, go ahead and do it on this channel. I run ads so people don't get pre-rolls. I do not run it for any amount of monetary. I don't do it for the money I get from ads, because I don't really get money from ads. It's just to prevent pre-rolls. So people coming in, any new people coming in, instantly get into the action. Don't get stuck in ads. So if you ever have a way to get around ads, use it. Whether that be subbing, Twitch Turbo, browser plugins, whatever it is. But yeah, so I have a rant. Welcome to Lasso's rant. I hate 99.9% of video game soundtracks outside of video games. I think the Doom soundtrack outside the Doom game is awful. It is a soundtrack that is specifically designed to dynamically change based on like the action happening in the game. So when you're not in the game, it feels empty. Like the shifts from like the lower action to higher action just feel random versus like intrinsically part of everything. I think it's just because a lot of composers like do a good job of making the soundtrack be a add-on for the game and not a standalone of itself. Now, I say that while we're listening to, in the background, the Pyre soundtrack from the hit game Pyre by Darren Korb. Supergiant Games are the people who make it. Same people who made Hades. Darren Korb is one of the few artists that, like, I think makes a really good video game sound that works as good background music. Yeah, I will almost never be listening to video game music on its own. There's a very few amount of games that I will do that for. Because, once again, it's just designed to be part of the game. Bloodborne's a great example. A lot of people really love the Bloodborne soundtrack. It's got a neat, like, gothic choir thing going on. But for me, by itself, it just doesn't hit right because I want the giant boss to be there to hear the like crazy choir music. If the boss isn't there and I'm not fighting it, it's just the music feels out of place. Like it's so heavily crafted for the game that it's in. I feel the same about movie soundtracks as well. Most movie soundtracks I will not listen to all on their own. Because outside the movie it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't feel right. But also, I'm ultra picky on music. I'm a fucking hipster, so, you know, I have strong opinions about music that just isn't going to jive with most folk. And that's fine. Let me stretch for a second. Oh. Whoa. There's a few games that I have the soundtrack for. We listen to them a lot on here because you don't get flagged by the DMCA's for listening to video game music. Lasso thinks that a band should be playing jazz music a song, then contemporary alt disco the next song in the same album. No, Belle. I want them to make an album that's all jazz, and then I want them the next album to be contemporary alt disco. Come on. It's not song by song, it's album by album. Yeah, it's why you'll pretty much never hear, though, video game music like Toby Fox's music on this channel. Because I don't like Toby Fox's music outside of the games they make. I feel like so much of that music is designed to give a certain feeling at the current place in the game. Yeah. That outside of the game, it feels weird. Like it just doesn't slap. I'm left feeling more confused. One Shot Socius background. It's been a while since I heard that one. No, some video games do make really good, like study music. I don't know what to call that brand of music. Though you're not really listening to it music, but it's there to just fill in the emptiness. The void that surrounds us all. I'm, what you call a psychopath. And whenever I need to, like, heavy work, like, really put my head down and code or something, I do not have any sound skilling. Like, at all. It's just me, the empty void, and the code. I'm psychopathic? I told you I'm psychopathic. I'm not going to argue that I'm not psychopathic, but, like, that's just how I am able to, like, focus and get a ton of work done. But, I've been, what is it called? I've never been formally diagnosed with anything, but a lot of my friends and people around me have diagnosed me with stuff. You know, the collective diagnosis of, group polling have decided a few things about me. Which I find hilarious. I don't put any stock into it, though. I just accept my way of living and work with it. Sorry, just like every turn, it's just more water. There's so much water. I see why Skia crashed out and needed to take a few week break. Diagnosed with sneaky. Joke's on you. I took a shower yesterday. Like right after stream. Not stinky. And then I didn't go anywhere, so it's not like, you know, I've sweat or done anything. Water's so mine used straight hydrated? Damn, you're right. Oh! Y'all, I saw this new thing. So I'm starting to work on, for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who need a reminder, every June, we do a bunch of charity streams for Equality Texas, who are a group of folk who raise awareness and fight for LGBTQ plus rights here in Texas. LGBTQIA plus rights. they fight for the whole spectrum. They also help fight for like women's rights as well. It's very neat. They do a lot of really great stuff. They just want equality in Texas. But anyways, Twitch recently introduced events that I can give y'all badges for appearing at. So I can create an event that gives you like a little chat badge for Desert Bus. Now, I can do it by subs or by watch. So it looks like I'll have to create one that if you give a certain number of subs, if you get a sub during it, that you'll get it. But I can also create one that lets you do it by watch time. So I'll probably make the same badge for both of them, because I won't expect any subs during... I don't expect any subs or gift subs during charity time, because sub and gift subs still go to me. They do not go to the charity. I have a strict rule that I do not handle money meant for charities. So if you give me money during charity time, it goes to me. I am more than willing to like accept y'all's support. I love y'all's support. Just understand that any form of like direct money to Lasso during charity just goes to Lasso. I've seen too many creators get fucked over by handling money meant for charities. But yeah, I'll be able to give y'all like a little badge. And it looks like what I'm trying to do is create a VR chat Desert Bus map that will be doing it. We'll be doing our Desert Bus this year in. I'm building it from scratch, so it's hopefully I'll have it done by the middle of June. The main thing I need to do right now is do a lot of modeling to make the world pretty. The programming's pretty much all there. There's a few things I gotta fix up, but it's a pretty simple program. Not too complex. Thank you, Desert Bus, for being a very simple game to make. But we'll have people allowed to come on the bus. We'll have guests appearing, showing up on the bus, yapping with me. You get this year's September badge. I'm hoping this September I'll be able to have Cat Girl Lasso by then, and we can do a big Cat Girl Lasso in September. I've thought about moving... Alright, we need to talk, everyone. I'll ask this in the Discord as well. Is there a better time for Desert Bus charity? I usually do June because June is Pride Month, and it just makes sense. But the problem is June kind of runs a little bit close to... Right, my birthday's in August, so if I want to do any event then, I can't really ask for y'all's money. September, right? It's like a few months off? Right, I'm asking for y'all's money. I really am. So I need to like be conscious of that. Right, I don't want to be the type of creator who's like every month new a big event to beg for money. Can you use the cat girl to get more subs? Yes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Someone, oh no. Oh no. How far does this go? How far does this go, please? Do we just accept that we're going down a level? Do we just pretend like it didn't happen? Do we just pretend like it's fine? Oh no. Oh, poor Ravio. Oh, that goes really far. Yeah, I think we just pretend. It's already dug out. It'll fix itself by the end. Don't worry about it. It's someone else dug this out. I've had some very like kind people over on the Discord dig the way for the rail for me. If you ever want to help, anyone in the Discord is welcome to join in the server. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it's Bento. Meowdy! Yeah, even so. Sorry, I just like letting the raid go. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? It really speaks for itself. Welcome on in, everyone. I'm Lasso Catsidy Cowboy. Everyone, please check out Bento if you can. They make a bunch of like really fun and cute art. I'd highly recommend checking them out. They post a lot of their art over on Blue Sky. Yeah. If you're new here, or if you haven't been around for a little bit, or if you know you lurk a lot, all those cats you saw are part of a self-made chat game. If you do commands in chat such as !meow, !slap, you'll see cats appear and do little actions. Also, if you talk, if you just like type in chat, occasionally your cat will pop up and do a little action. If you want to customize those, you can customize your own cat, whatever your cat looks like, for when you do commands over at my itch. If you look at lassocatsidy.itch.io or itch.meowdy.live. Lamau does something? Lamau doesn't, but LUL does. And Keck also does. How's the Minecraft going? It's going. How was your art today, by the way? What were you working on? We're building, how to put this, what I'm calling the megarail, which is a rail that takes 8 hours to ride on one way. We are currently doing the return trip. We are at negative 54,000 blocks, so we have 54,000 blocks left to go, which is about a quarter of the return trip. You're working on the free earn illustration. I feel like I saw that on Blue Sky, or at least the beginning idea of it. I hope it's going well, though. I know polishing stuff up for cons is a lot. Polishing stuff up for merch is a lot. Doing a print. Maybe I didn't see the print version. We love free earn here, though. Use the rough sketch, yeah. I mean, we all got to start somewhere. All got to start somewhere. But yeah, we're just vibing. We're yapping. I was yapping about how I'm making a Desert Bus VR chat map. I'm going to be changing it. I think I'm going to change it into like a neon cityscape from Desert. But I'm going to try to make it kind of influence from Blade Runner in that I want the cityscape to feel overly oppressive, like you're stuck in a very small area, which is kind of like, should give similar vibes, but it's the opposite of the absolute open, endless plain that is the desert. A lot of travel we're doing? It's fine. I've been working on this for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. It's fine. It's funny. It's not. Please save me. Please get me out. Please. I can't do this anymore. Please. I've been stuck in this for so long. Big fan of Desert Bus here. You have this and a delicious dungeon print left. Got your keychain designs and your sticker designs all finished recently? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I assume you have cons in the area that you have more or less lined up. Once you get all your merch printed and all that jazz. I'm kind of upset that I live in a city that has relatively few cons. We have some really the cons we have are weird. They have some good style, don't get me wrong, but it's not your standard fare. Oh, it fixes itself. Right, in Austin, instead of... We have a couple anime cons. We don't really have any fur cons, but we have stuff like Nosferatu Fest, which has a bunch of, like, you know, goth artists showing up. We have a witches market, I think, every month over at a local brewery, so that's pretty cool. The color picker is tiny on mobile. There should be a button to full screen it. It works better if you put your phone sideways, though. I'd rather go to Austin for a large FurCon than Dallas. I wish we had a good FurCon here. 2 cons, one in June and one in July. You don't get many cons, lots of art markets, but they're usually not as much your vibe. Yeah, I get ya. That's how Austin works as well. It's a lot more art markets. We have like indie comics cons. FurCon D's nuts. Why are you lurking? No, come back, Belle. It was full screen? Maybe something went up with the scaling. I hope you all been enjoying the new lurk command, by the way. Want to travel since Ottawa and Toronto have a lot more going on, but I'm broke frog. I feel you. I feel you. Don't worry. I'm more or less. Oh, I can't travel for cons. It's not worth the expense. Hotels are expensive. Going to your first larger con this year? Yippee! Yippee! I made a rule that I would only go to TwitchCon if I ever get partner, because they you actually get cheaper tickets if you get partner. They actually like you if you get partner and go to TwitchCon. They don't really care about you if you're an affiliate and go, so. I find it rather silly. I have to go get more glass. Hold on. I might have glass in here. I have glass, but not... Do I have a... Can I make a glass blower? Hold on. What are we missing? A blast furnace? Okay, I'm just gonna move back. I'm just gonna teleport. Yeah, I hope you enjoy your first big con. Echo. Gonna meet your partner? Hell yeah. Fun, fun. Week 40, pause. Having to type on your OBS to reply since I somehow removed the text bar in my browser for chat. Oh, 7TV, you need to update to the new Firefox plugin. Or you just need to disable 7TV. I had that problem earlier. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't worry, you're not crazy. 7TV did a thing. 7TV's cool and all, but I want them to make 8TV. Get out of here, Belle. Get out of here. No, actually don't leave, please. Alright. Let's get glass. Boop. Friend of mine was also having PC problems. Are you 10 on 11? I'm on 11. I've been having issues with my NVIDIA drivers for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out why. I think it might be my riser cable. May have to regress to 10. Too much work. We'll see. We'll see. It's really thundering in the game, huh? Getting rid of 7TV fixed it? Yeah. You just have to update to like the most recent release. Twitch apparently pushed an update to Twitch chat that fucked it up. They were getting blue screened? Yeah, I'm not getting blue screened. I'm just having a driver crash. Which is different. I've tried some stuff. We'll see if we have more stability or not. I really hate driver crashes because there's literally like no info. The game's just, your driver's just like, good fucking luck. It's broken. Good luck. He's demanding attention? Hell yeah. Take care of them. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Lurking helps. We love lurkers here. At least I love lurkers. The backbone of any stream. People putting me on the second monitor and occasionally being like, bad joke, Lasso, -1. I assume that's what people do, though. Trail. So much trail. So much trail. It is driving me slowly insane. Haha, funny Catboy, then I keep doing 6 other things. Look, if I get funny, that's pretty good. That's the real dream. I don't ever dream of becoming... I can't think of a stream as like main screen content. Am I crazy on that front? Unless it's a special event, right? Special events notwithstanding. You know, usually for something to be a main screen and take 3 hours, you have a director like Christopher Nolan spending hundreds of millions of dollars and like thousands of people working on it. Speaking of which, are people excited for the new Odyssey film, or is that a or is it just like, it's gonna be okay? I haven't seen too much about it except the generic complaints of, you know, people online have said about casting. It's usually, God, as much as I wish this wasn't the case, it's usually just people being racist with casting recently these days. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why that's the, like, current thing. Maybe it was always the thing and I've just paid more attention to it now. Could be worse. Okay, what am I doing? Building a rail. That's what we're doing. 54,000 to go. A lot of people are frustrated that Hollywood just keeps hiring the same 6 actors for everything. Yeah, but that's always been the case. Like, that's just how Hollywood has always worked. As far as I can remember. As long as, like, actually Hollywood's been around, I think. Because when I was in college, I remember getting upset that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in fucking everything. Before that, everyone's complaining that Nicolas Cage was in everything because he just wouldn't turn down a role. Brad Pitt wasn't everything before that. Fucking everything. Johnny Depp for a while and a lot of stuff, right? Like, it's always been a thing. It's that, certain actors are going to put, butts in seats is the idea. So they get all the work. Hollywood stinky. It's true. Get lurking. You either get dinner or move some stuff from my partner's place. Both. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. Thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate lurks here. It means a lot. Thank you for the raid as well. Everyone, please check out Bento. Check out their art. Give them a look. Give them a look. Stick your friends film festivals. Yeah, I mean the other place to go is horror, right? Like horror, because it's usually lower budget, is gonna have a bunch of different actors in it. That's always a good place to check. Also, because of the nature of horror, it works better if people aren't famous in it. Right? If Brad Pitt is walking around in a horror film, you're going to be like, what's Brad Pitt doing here? You want someone who feels a little bit more like someone off the streets. Meowdy Bogey. How you doing? You're horror into horror for sure. Look, horror's great. It's a great genre. I love it. I'm not super excited for Scary Movie 80, whatever we're on. The new Scary Movie. But that's like more comedy horror. Scary Movie in general feels weird because Scream already exists. Which is already like a genre that's parodying horror. And now you have Scary Movie, which is parodying the parody of horror. I'm also worried that if Scary Movie does well, we're going to have a return of the X movie genre. The not another teen movie superhero movie. Think what other ones existed. I feel like there was quite a few at the time. There was quite a few X movies that came out around 2003, 4. They were bad. They were real bad. Lava Boy and Shark Girl or some shit. I'm just a little too old to have ever watched Lava Boy and Shark Girl. Or Lava Girl and Shark Boy, whatever it is. I was a Spy Kids kid. I watched my Spy Kids. Partially because it was shot in my hometown. I think that was a big part of it, actually. It's all shot in Austin, so it's a very silly thing to watch. Growing up here. You were both? Hot damn. I'm trying to think of all the other movies. I feel like there was a few. But maybe... I also watched a lot of movies at that time. I guess a little past the blank movie, I watched a lot of movies. I had 2 friends that worked at the movie theater. And so we would just like go and watch movies multiple times a week. For free. It was great. Got free popcorn, free drinks. They didn't give a shit. If you worked there, you could just walk up to the snack bar and be like, hey Bob. Yeah, can you just like hand me some stuff? Thanks. They didn't care about popcorn and soda inventory. You couldn't get free candy though. That shit they kept inventory on. You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he created on earth? We love Steve Buscemi from... that was Steve Buscemi from Spy Kids 2. What a movie. You have a bottle of milk for your baby. I'm calling the police. Why do they act like this? I don't know what movie theaters you've been to. But all the ones I've been to have been pretty chill. Though I'm really pissed off. I'm hoping they go back on this. Alamo Draft House. Y'all might know of it. It started here in Austin. But they recently moved to QR code ordering. Like, and I can't. This entire franchise of Alamo Draft House, the whole bit of it was, like, hey, no talking, no phones. They worked really hard that you would not have your phone out. They made sure you weren't talking at all. It's a dinner and movie place, so you can order food. They made it like as minimally interruptible as possible. was great. So switching over to QR codes just feels wrong. Having people's phones out, because I saw one movie in like a more standard theater where someone had their phone out for a good bit of the movie, and I was going insane. Just having that constant glare of a phone near me, really, I was like, movie tickets cost so much these days. All right, this movie theater better be fucking perfect. Oh man, get off my lawn mood took over here. Look, if I'm going to like a dollar theater where I'm spending, you know, $2 to get a ticket, which those are dead, sadly, thanks to streaming. I don't give a shit. The teenagers can be making out in the back. People can have their phones on. Some guy's sitting in the corner with a camera on some sort of dolly, taking, you know, ripping the movie. I don't care. You can do that at a dollar theater. But if my tickets cost me like $15 to get into a seat, I expect everyone to behave themselves. You missed your CD ripped off vendors? They were cool. They were something. Nowadays, pretty much all films digital, so I think they just get one of the kids to like plug in a USB to steal the movie these days. All about supporting your favorite artist, but fuck, I don't know, I'm so anti-capitalist. It's I try and spend my money on things that I know were made by smaller artists. If I want to consume stuff by larger artists, if Twitch is listening, I legally buy it and play it as any good and law-abiding citizen would. You said this. See, fair. Yeah, like I go out on my way to make sure small artists get paid. Right. I even try make sure if my friends like offer me any sort of art or anything like that, I try to make sure I give them at least a little bit of money. If, you know, a friend makes a game, I'll buy the game. They don't have to give me a key. I'll buy it for them. I'll buy it from them. One Piece, I see. Just need to drink some water. Probably take a little break here in about 10 minutes. It's an FYI. There'll be a little ad break, and I'm just gonna take that to stretch. Brook backstory. Alright. Bell, I have one question about One Piece Brook backstory. It's the one spoiler I'm gonna let you... Oh, is it coming? Do we not know about it yet? We know about it, but I need to know. Will they explain why Brook sexually harasses every woman he comes across? That's what I need to know. That's all I need to know. Are we finally getting an explanation why his catchphrase is, "Can I see your panties?" Does he still say that? I forget if he says that post-time skip or if they drop that and they're like, you know what, maybe this was a bad idea. I honestly forget. He does, but it's super rare. Okay, they at least toned it down. Fair enough. I say they as if there's not just one writer of One Piece. That's just my my streamer training, my brain training. Pretty much always say they, them, just on anything. Doesn't matter if I know who exactly the creator is. I default now to just them sweet, sweet gender neutrals. Oda's a crazy person? Kind of is. Think he'll tie the whole pervert thing to his backstory because it is really different from that. Okay. Okay. I'm sure it's a thing. I'm sure it's a whole part of his trauma. It'll be a whole thing. I'm going to wait for One Piece to be done and then I'll read it. I'm sticking to that. It's going to buy me at least another 10 years. It's great. One Piece will never end as long as it's making money. Speaking of manga, I have a question about the internet. Is there any manga in recent history that, like shonen, I'm going to specifically talk about shonen manga because the crowd that shonen manga brings in, I should say. Is there any of those that have ended recently that people enjoyed the ending of? Because I feel people really hated the end of Jujutsu Kaisen. People really hated the end of Chainsaw Man. Forget if Gachiakuta ended. Like Demon Slayer, I don't remember people really enjoying the end of. My Hero Academia, people are upset with. Attack on Titan, although technically Sannin is also not liked the ending of. People just got upset by like romance bullshit in My Hero. Because I dropped My Hero after Dark Deku. Punish Deku. That's what it is. Punish Deku happened. The time skip. Because look. How to put this? If there's a time skip in an anime, it's like a 10% chance it's going to be terrible. 90 to 10 is what I'm trying to say. 10% of the time it's going to end up being like, oh my god, this time skip was great and worth it. like Gurren Lagann. But 90% of the time, you're just gonna be like, oh, I see. You forgot how to get from point A to point B, and so we're just time skipping it. Got it. Understood. Punish Deku was too edgy for me. Yeah. Naruto, I think, is a great example of the, like... Yeah, we wanted to, like, change the, like, vibes of it, so we did a time skip, and now it's an entirely different show. I like that time skip. Some people did. But it definitely, like, it's a different show. My problem with Naruto was, God, I'm going to be as hypocritical as possible here, was the ending. I didn't mind what the ending was. But a fucking, like, 2-year final fight is too much. 100 chapters of, like, a final fight is too much. Now, Boruto. You mean the best manga of all time, Boruto. That Boruto? Was iffy about the whole Kaguya thing? Oh yeah, I mean, they definitely jumped the shark with like, and now we face the moon at the end of Naruto, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna fight over it. Ending stuff is hard. Ending a story is really fucking hard. Which is why every good movie ends with a dance number. That way, no matter how you feel about the actual ending, the dance number at the end is going to overshadow how you feel, and you'll be like, that's a pretty fucking good song. I'm a Believer was a pretty good song and made the ending of Shrek pretty good. Death Stranding 2 did it? Death Stranding 2 should have ended with the musical number from, it should have ended with that musical number. I mean, we did have a, like, guitar battle. Which is a choice. The guitar battle was insanely epic. Oh, the final fight with Higgs is... It's so good. It's so good. It's so dumb. I'm here for it. I love how there's a lot of, I think that's why also a lot of Marvel films have the post-credit scene. So you're not thinking about, like, was the ending good? You're thinking about, was the post-credit scene good? It helps, like, distract people from the actual substance. It's a fascinating strategy. Like a lot of kids films do it. I know Hotel Transylvania ends with like a whole dance number. I'm sure most like the Trolls movies probably did. All those kind of like jukebox musical, I feel, end with that. But I mean, jukebox musical in general, you're just gonna have a lot of song and dance. Alright, ad starting in 8 seconds, so I'm gonna switch over to the dance. Speaking of dancing. Did it not connect? Uh-oh. Speaking of dancing. Speaking of dancing, I'll be right back. Like 3 to 5 minutes. Give you some bangers. We go with Louis because we don't get in trouble for Louis. Not Louis. Be right back. Meowdy? There's no fart yet. Yet. Maybe one day. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. Meowdy, we're back. What do I want to listen to? I need more good video game music for background. Need to find some good stuff. Stuff that works for me. That isn't like too jazzy, isn't too quiet. You know, just that like nice middle zone. Sound for now, and then we'll switch later. What the fuck are we doing? Building this out. Change the A to an I and Jazzy. Jizzy? Look, Star Wars music is gonna get us sued real fast. We can't bring out the jizz. No jizz wailing on this channel. Disney owns jizz, okay? And we are not going to be challenging that. I'm so glad that Star Wars is fucking dumb. I heard the newest Star Wars was really bad. I haven't watched it, but I've heard I heard nobody liked it. Is more or less what I've heard about the Mandalorian and Grogu. New Star Wars is the better of the series. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, episode 7, 8, 9? I mean, they were at peak, right? Episode 7, 8, 9 really just showed, maybe have one director and writing team throughout the whole bit. Maybe let's not play this weird pass off thing. Or at least get on the same mindset or channel. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is a nice looking cave. Nah, it'd be... The, like, greater plot lines need to be at least ironed out. Especially if you're planning out a trilogy. Star Wars is actually, the earlier Star Wars, 4, 5, 6. Are actually a really funny explanation in that. Because when those were originally made... Huh. When episode 4 was originally made, I should say. But yeah, when episode 4 was originally made, they weren't really planning on making more. Well, they wanted to make more, but they didn't know what it would look like. So there's a bunch of, like, material of ideas that they were going to use, if, like, depending on how well Star Wars did. The biggest example being, what is it called? Like Shadow of Vader or something like that. There was a novelization that's supposed to take place right after episode 4, the first one. Star Wars: A New Hope. Or referred to as by some folk, just Star Wars. That, like, has Luke and Leia kissing, are very, like, obviously romantically involved. I gotta figure out where this fucking lava's just... Lava. Yeah, it has like Luke using Force Lightning in it. Has a bunch of, like, weird stuff in it that just doesn't fit in modern canon. There's also, like, ow. Meowdy will bolt. Ow. 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 You're doing well. Like in the comic books, the original Marvel comics of Star Wars, lightsabers disintegrate people like it does in A New Hope. The only time you see someone get hit by a lightsaber is when Obi-Wan just kind of disintegrates. Jedi Knights wear like knight armor. Like Jedi Knights still exist and they wear knight armor. A lot of the original novelizations, Palpatine's supposed to be a puppet emperor, even. And it's supposed to be Tarkin versus Vader. Are like the two sides of the Empire. You have the religious zealot of Vader versus the militaristic, like, strategic mind of Tarkin. And they're kind of at ends of who's trying to take over the puppet emperor. Like, Palpatine wasn't even supposed to be... That's why he's not even in the first... he's not... I don't think he's even in A New Hope. If he is, he's, like, barely mentioned. Do you think the main Sith should have changed, or do you think Palpatine was a good choice still? I think... they should have done an entirely different story for 789. They're allowed to bring Palpatine back. But, like, it should have been about Luke. Like, setting up I think the way I would have liked it to see is seeing Luke set up the Jedi Order, or using the Force in a new way that help expand it to more people, or set up in a way that it's not like this stuck-up religious order. But then the motif of the whole thing would be done, because episodes 1, 2, and 3 were about how you had this religious order of Jedi, like, having too much political power and causing a bunch of issues, unless you have an evil emperor who destroys them all and, like, manipulates them. And then 4, 5, 6 is about that emperor, like, that... Yeah, that empire trying to destroy that last little bit of that religious order of, like, the Force and the belief in the Force. And then 789 could have been about, like, a rebuilding of the faith around the Force, in a less, like, wild way that was the Jedi. I think that would have made a more complete story. Would have made the saga feel a little bit more complete, versus 789 feeling kind of disjointed from the rest of it. Luke simply leaving the Force was justified but out of character. Yeah, it's there's some novelizations that actually take it in a more interesting way. It's why the old canon still exists, and how I think it's called Legends now, and a lot of people really appreciate it. Star Wars is a fascinating, like, just media because of how fucking big it was. Also the fact that, like, it was kind of always designed around selling toys, so it's like being for kids. But a lot of, like, old people got into it. So it's got a lot of weird intersections there, culturally. Get more water. Oh. Check on something real fast. More Catgirl picks, Lasso Catgirl picks tomorrow, hopefully. So I'm excited for that. Folks who are in the Discord might be able to see some of it, but I'm probably going to switch it over to where the subs lie in there, which is most people anyway, so it's fine. Most people who chat anyways are subbed. But I want to keep some of it hidden. Gotta keep, you know... Gotta keep a little bit under surprise. Can't let y'all see those big titties for free. We live in a society. Anything about stuff. Anything about Desert Bus stuff. I did June previously because it was time when I could get off work. Debate amount changing when we do Desert Bus stuff. It's the best universe, best world in English cinema. Like, I'm assuming you mean like cinematic universe. Something that spans more than one movie. A lot of the good ones are based off of books. Like, I really love Blade Runner. I love the universe of Blade Runner. I think it's really neat. But there's only two real movies of the Blade Runner series, and they're both fucking fantastic, so it's a little unfair. Like Hogwarts and Harry Potter are like Star Wars universe? Yeah, the like established worlds. Okay, Blade Runner. Yeah, I really like Blade Runner. Once again, it's also based off of a book. It's based off of Android's Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. I actually hate the book. I fucking hate the book. Hate the book. Love the movie. It's kind of hilarious. It's a the movie is just more based on the world established in the book, less based on the actual like story of the book. Some things remain the same, but they drop a lot of the weird 50s sci-fi stuff. 50s or 60s? We had some weird stuff back then. I'm just getting more music up real fast. Trying to think of another one. Harry Potter kind of sucks for multiple reasons. You know, fuck J.K. Rowling. Star Wars. Star Wars always has potential. But I think with what they've done with it, it's kind of fallen apart. I personally hate the Marvel universe. And the DC universe, the cinematic ones. Oh. Looks like we reached the end. I guess we... Oh no, we gotta start digging. Oh no. It's time. Oh no. Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other like cinematic universes I enjoy. Because I enjoy the Villeneuve's Dune, I should say. I've been really enjoying those movies. But like, we haven't seen much outside of what's in the books. So I feel like that's more of a book universe than a movie universe, so to speak. The universe, Harry Potter's interesting and did a lot for magic and media. It definitely popularized a lot of already existing tropes, and it's like you can't say it didn't have huge cultural impact, which is annoying. But besides that, it's just British boarding school and Latin. There's actually a lot of British books that have a very similar magic system as Harry Potter. It's just they weren't popular because whatever reasons. Favorite magic team book will always be Avalon. I assume that's based off of King Arthur stuff. That sounds King Arthur-y. Avalon. Weird teen girl magic book that I found while in middle school or high school. Ah, I see. I feel like Avalon. Isn't Avalon like an old name for the Britain? Am I crazy? Or like a fancy name for Britain? Of other, it's hard to think of like a lot of cinematic universes because a lot of them are like, you know, there's the Toy Story universe, so to speak. But a lot of the kids movies don't establish a greater world. It's more about just like a small little band of creatures doing something. Avalon's the name of a magic island in Arthur's time. Okay, cool. Not crazy. Hell yeah. I'm gonna ignore that. We can go to negative 50,000 on the top right there. Meowdy, how are you doing? Do you mind? I don't like this goo, this like weird slime goo on my channel. That's not, I don't like that. That's bad. So nice to be back in the mines. We're back in the mines. We were in the Death Stranding for a while, but we're back. It's green. At least it's green and not white. Slime Girl mod for Minecraft. Don't come back and help. Look. No. I'm not figuring that out. You can, if you can figure out a client-side one, go for it. But, Microsoft actually goes out of its way to, like, DMCA shut down lewd mods on Minecraft, which I find kind of hilarious. Like, they scroll through, you know, CurseForge and Nexus and wherever you can get mods. I'm like, no. You can't be making sex things in Minecraft, guys. Only if it's goblins. Send a picture of the book for you. That is I feel like I've seen this at like book fairs or something. This is Scholastic Book Fair book. Cover 101. Put some Lisa Frank stickers on that. Let's fucking go, Lisa Frank. I wasn't a sticker kid. Wasn't allowed them. Hope you're doing well though, Rue. Oh. No! It's nice when you're able to just run for a bit. I feel like I need more of that. I don't like these interruptions where I'm just having to build. The worst. Again, look, that was on me. That was on me. I'll accept that one. This is what they put in the backgrounds of TikToks, right? This is what the like brain rot slop is while you hear someone talk about why we need space lasers or something. Talk about how like socialism is gonna destroy America, and then you have this in the background. The worst stomach noises. Supposedly, in about 20,000 blocks here, we should be running into the original team's exploration out into the world. So we only have to dig, you know, another 20,000 blocks, then we're good to go. Then we're set. Oh, Minecraft. How you slowly rot my brain. How you slowly take me away into a world of just blankness. I want to play some Repo tonight. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. Oop. Really, you know, be a silly little goober. I have it set so... Oh, do I not? Oh. Hold on. There. Diamond should go in there. There we go. I have a my backpack set up to take any precious ores away and just put it in there. So I always pick those up no matter what. Buy me food with your diamonds? What do you want? If it's delivered to you, I could get you like maybe one small fries from McDonald's. Delivery fees are ridiculous these days. And diamonds are crashing in value because people realize they're a fucking scam, and synthetic diamonds are just cheaper. I know it, you know, synthetic don't look as good without the sheen of blood on, like, you know, those natural diamonds. One triple patty meat baconator. Wendy's? You're a Wendy's consumer? Can't believe Cactus. I thought I knew who you were. I thought you were chill. Eating Wendy's in the year of our Lord 2026 with their godforsaken square patties, the unnatural square shape of patties.
Wayne's nut slaps cross your face.
If only Dan was here to give you that +1. If only Dan was here to give you a +1 for that one. Stream's over. That's it. Oh, I still got a little bit. Let me just check something real fast. Let me make sure Cactus didn't like crash the car or something. Haven't heard from them in a bit. There we go. Thank you for chatting with me, by the way, Bella. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate all the chatters, but you especially. Don't tell the other ones. Don't tell anyone else. I'll do a poll. We'll do a poll in the Discord, I think. I'm gonna run one to see if people want a different month for Desert Bus. Partially for me, partially for y'all. I did though buy the Piccadilly Chamoy sherbet from HEB for when I have to eat the like whatever weird pickle thing during Desert Bus this year. Doesn't sound good. I fucking hate dill pickle flavor so much. It's so bad. We'll go a little further. Another like 1,000. Mainly because we haven't been hidden in water, so that's nice. You love dill pickle, but sometimes it depends on the type of dill pickle flavor. I don't like cucumber pickles. I love many forms of pickle. We had a whole pickle tier stream. I ate like 80 different types of pickles. The weirdest one was eggplant. Like Thai eggplant. Pickled Thai eggplant. I think it was Thai. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a different type of eggplant. Let me make sure there's no like weird furry porn on this screen. Alright, we're good. Like this stuff. So it's a smaller eggplant. Probably the closest thing I've ever tasted to eating like spider eggs. Because you bite into it and then the seeds are kind of furry. So it feels like you just like bit into a spider egg. Hi, Cactus. Alright, you're good, cool. Watson's meowing from bed, but he's not moving. That sounds about right. He was cozy. But yeah. Like pickled ginger, I think is a classic one that a lot of people know about. Fantastic. Sauerkraut, I love sauerkraut, which is pickled cabbage. I like some kimchis, which is another pickled cabbage. Pickled red onions are fantastic. Sorry, my wife walked in behind me. Now they're beating up the cat. But yeah. There's a bunch of like really good pickled stuff out there. We had pickled tomatoes that we made. They were not good. They just kind of like consumed all the vinegar. So it just tastes like Like a bag of vinegar. I heard pickled eggs are a thing. And that seems like worth a try at some point. You have had sauerkraut and kimchi? Yeah. Like, there's a bunch of things we don't call pickled X and that are actually pickled. Curious about pickled eggs and terrified. Any form of pickled, like, protein, my brain instantly is a little worried. Because I'm pretty sure there's, like, pickled meats. I'm sure there's some form of, like, pickled beef. I don't know about poultry. Fermented fish is a thing. That's a form of, like, pickling. But yeah, no. There's a lot of, like, forms of pickles. A lot of them are very good. I just don't like pickled cucumbers. I'm a picky eater. I'll be real. I'm a little bit of a picky eater. I'll try things. I'll always try things. I just know there's a lot of things I don't like, which is upsetting. I wish my taste buds were just like, yeah, no, anything. Do you have one orange cat or is there more? I have 2 cats. I have an orange cat and a black and white tabby. Gray and white. She's a gray, black, and white. She's, Tell Mrs. Catsidy the thing yesterday. I did not use your pickup line on my wife. Look. I forget what it was. I'm sorry, Cactus. I can't do it. I can't deliver it. They're right behind me. Mm-hmm. What are you feeling? Sorry, we're figuring out food. I want vodka pasta, or do I want to grab another food? I do like vodka pasta. Vodka sauce is fantastic. You have an orange lad and your partner has a tortie? Ooh, I do love a tortie. I had a tortie growing up. They were a very sweet cat. All right, here's the pickup line, Cactus. I will deliver it. It's only a written one. I don't think I could like legitimately say that. You got me more bricked up than the third little piggy's house. Got me wishing you'd huff and puff and blow my back out.
Now that one works better in
It's a good written one, but I don't think it's a like I don't know the like.
text message?
Yeah, text message great, but in Word I'd have to figure out a better way to put it up. I don't have enough swagger to deliver that. Chonky baby, we do love a little chonker. I'm down for grabbing food if you want. Yeah, pasta tomorrow. Sounds good. Lasso, we get their back blown out, up, out. Look. Maybe, you know, look, we're making a cat girl. We're making cat girl Lasso. Doesn't mean I'm not the one blowing backs out, though. By the way, just as a reminder for folk in chat, in Twitch chat, sadly doesn't extend to YouTube because YouTube's API is poo-poo. If y'all can give each other little +1s, if you reply to someone's message with a +1, you'll give them an extra little point, a useless point that's a good feel-good point. You also get one in return for giving. Those who give good boy points get good boy points. They're called greenies. Well, we all know what they are. They're gold stars. There's also a bunch of commands you can do in chat if you ever so want to either mess with my character or like have your cat show up on screen. People really like !explode. That one you can only do every 5 minutes, though, so use it wisely. We're back in the mines. Only like 20k till we get to the 30k mark. There could be something there. We could have an end to the dig. The union could be soon. Turn from your nap? Oh, I thought you were playing Stellaris. Oh, wow. I'm glad you were taking care of yourself instead. I'm glad you weren't doing something destructive. But yeah, also, Bento, I often have the cats on stream when they decide to show up. They're not here right now. They didn't want to show up today. You are preparing to launch Stellaris? Oh, okay. We might be able to lure Watson out. We'll see. So I'm gonna jinx it to try and force it to happen, but no crashes today. So that's good. Maybe we figured it out. Dollar once again, thank you. Explode? Hell yeah. Look at that good explode. You can't talk about taking care of my mental health when you dig a 2 billion long tunnel in Minecraft. Look. I don't want to talk about it. I sacrifice my mental health to be a funny little guy. All right? I do it for y'all. Zombie scared me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I have we're in a modded Minecraft, and I have like N-tier armor that I got off stream. Like legitimately I got off stream. Because part of the bit of this whole mod pack was I did all the interesting like adventure stuff off stream, and then on stream all y'all get is me digging a hole and building a rail. It's been a good multi-year bit. We should all just play League at this point. Yeah, you can ban Bell for that one. That's fair. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I'm so proud of that lurk command. Timed out for 65 seconds. Fair enough. Rest in peace, Bell. They'll never make mod at this rate. Hate the stomach sounds. The worst. I'm trying to think what game would I play with y'all that's like destructive. Like, I don't think I would even try Deadlock, which is the new hero shooter MOBA. I think my problem with those games is like, if I'm gonna play them, I'm gonna try to get good at them, and that's just where madness lies. Like, I'm not gonna get to professional level, but I'm gonna get to a level that I'm happy with, and that's just gonna cause issues for everyone. Thank you for the follow. Bell. Me Bell. It doesn't even use your cat when you follow. I hope you know that, because it's assumed when you follow you don't have a customized cat. Are you trying to communicate something, Bell? From beyond? Are you letting him cuddle the Blaha? Y'all want cat cam? See if it works, or if maybe the cam was the thing that was crashing our stream the entire time. Who knows? It's definitely crashed it a few times, the camera. Because the way cameras work is just absolutely wild. Look, it's Watson. And his blaha that he loves to cuddle. He doesn't like snug up against it, but he loves being... Oh, he doesn't like snug and like grab it, but he snugs up against it. He's kind of adorable. He just needs a little bit of attention, that boy. A little bit of support. Look at him. He's being squished by the shark. He's fine. Y'all don't need to see the Minecraft, right? Like, it's cool that I'm huge and the cat's huge and you don't really see the screen, right? Like, that's fine. We're not here for the Minecraft part, right? Everyone survived our first driving lesson together. Good. I'm glad. Teaching a teen. No one died. That's good. Always solid to hear. Look, I didn't learn to drive till I was 20? Something like that. $19 or $20. Oh, he's gone. Y'all had Watson for a solid couple minutes, and then... Can I help you? Oh no. Oh no. No one tell Dan. I just realized something. No one tell Dan. You killing babies again? No. Look, that's fine, okay? I know you approve of that. It's because I'm going backwards to lay down the rail. Because I had to dig the rail. I have to put stuff on this side now and not that side. In order for it to match up. Look, I was in a like rhythm of always on the right side, and now I have to switch that to the left side. You don't drive custom cars never stay in working condition. Belle. Belle, please just stop buying American cars, please. I'm gonna show up when we write it, so it won't bother me. Oh, by the way, I was thinking of having a poll in the Discord, for anyone in the Discord. I'm thinking about changing when we do desert bus stuff. June's good and all, but like there's a lot of... It means I can't throw a big event for my birthday in August or September and stuff like that because, you know, I don't want to be the person who's just like, thanks for all your money. All right, please more money. So I was thinking about changing it for later in the year. Like in November. Although November, even then, that's pretty close. Ooh, when would be the best time to do it? I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to figure it out. Also, just gives me more time to set up stuff because I'm. Thanks to the ligma, the long COVID, really like kicking my ass. I've been like slowly recovering, right? these past few months. Getting back into it, getting Desert Bus December. We could do December. Is it just for the alliteration? Are we gonna Watson back? Meowdy serving. There we go. Solid Watson size right there. Let's see if he lays down or not. Sweet little man. He really is. I mean, he's been on something though. He's been screaming a lot. I don't know why. We have a sweet little man. We also have the goblin next to our cactus, little like face scratcher. She just sits by it constantly. That little face scratcher right there looks like a cactus. This baby just sits there all day. Are you staring at Watson? Yes, okay. Hey, zombie, stop it. I'm trying to center the camera. Hey, I'm trying to center the camera on my cat. Thank you. Missy's contemplating violence. They play with each other all the time. They're silly little babs. Though, what usually happens is one will chase the other one. And then eventually, Watson will chase Missy. And then Missy will jump on to like a shelf. And then Watson will cry because he's not as good as jumping. And by cry, I mean he will yodel throughout the house that it's not fair. Missy jumped in a place he couldn't jump to. Fucking howl. Full roll. It's a lot. She's got the high ground. Meow. Yeah. I can't beat up Missy. Meow. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, they're silly little babs. But yeah, think about if y'all be chill with me moving Desert Bus, or if June works well for y'all. I just originally did June because of Pride Month, plus I had more free time from work at that time when I first started. Before, you know, the long COVID and me just like doing this as my thing. I also think June is, a lot of people do charity streams in June, so I'm kind of competing against those for attention, I've noticed. Like, a lot of people do June charity stuff. It's kind of absurd. There's got to be a reason behind it. Oh. Also give me a little bit more time to make sure I build the desert bus thing that I want to make. I lost a lot of planning time to the long COVID attack. Although we will be done with this pretty soon here. The Minecraft rail. Like, we're 49,000 blocks away. If the union's working, like, that's 3 streams. That's 3 weeks. It's not long. Idea, I'm listening. I'm listening, Cactus. I'm scared, but I'm listening. June can be focused on Minecraft rail. VR city bus can be winter. I just want to make sure I don't do the. I just want to center the 2 smalls instead of 1 big. I kind of like the 1 big charity thing. It works slightly better for me from a like planning event. I think it's more fun to plan a 1 big event. Make it like a big show. That's at least my vibe. I like the lets me plan it out a little bit better. Create a better thing. Yeah, I'll think about it. I was just thinking about moving it to winter for to give myself more time. Is a big part of it just because I lost a lot of planning time. I honestly, for most of the other desert buses, I'm planning it in like January, February. I'm starting to like the planning that early. What about you making a new game in less than a month? Oh, making a VR chat map's easy. Just giving myself more time makes it prettier. Making a desert bus VR chat map is pretty easy, as I should say. Making it pretty, that's the tough bit. Making you rush anything usually doesn't end well, that's fair. You have an amazing idea for a really stupid VR chat map idea. I'm listening. For those of you who don't know, Desert Bus is a game about driving 8 hours through a desert straight, so I wanted to make a VR chat version of it. My idea for the VR chat version was make you run through a city that feels a lot more like overimposing. It's just inside the bus, it doesn't move. We just spend 8 hours on the bus. I like how you joke. By the way, ads start in like 40 seconds. You joke about that, but the way the map is actually going to have to work is the bus actually never moves. The bus doesn't move. The world moves around the bus. It's very Futurama. The Planet Express works like that, right? Like it moves the universe around itself. But the reason I'm doing that is, one, because VR chat, if you get too far from Origin, things get really funky. Origin being the like 000 point of a map. The other thing is it means the models won't be moving around, so it makes the syncing a lot easier. Also makes the models look good, so you don't have everyone's hair just constantly being blown back because they're moving inside a bus. Because the way movement works in a lot of VR chat is it doesn't actually look at if you are if wind is hitting you. It's just if your model is moving, it will act like wind is happening. There's a WoW dungeon that works like that. It's supposed to be a moving train, but actually the train around it just moves and loops. Yeah. It's so much easier. It's so much easier that way. For a lot of stuff. The crowd control desert bus actually kind of works both ways. The bus will actually move forward in that one. And the reason I did that was so I could have the trailers work the way they do. Have the trailers like brake and stuff. You actually have to have movement for that to work. But it'll go about 10,000 meters and then it'll reset everything back to spawn. Is the way that works. So it'll be moving forward and spawning terrain as you're moving forward. And once you reach 10,000 meters, it basically teleports everything back to the starting point. While maintaining your like speed and everything. He's so content, Watson? Yeah. He loves his little plushes. He loves cuddling against his little plushes. Look at him. So happy. The dream. I wish I could be as cozy as that boy. You're home, all is well. Yeah. Like, if you're home and on the couch, he's happy. He's weird. He's like, oh, good. Everyone's where they belong. If you're not home, he basically refuses to get on that couch. He needs Blaha on the couch and he needs you at home, or else he's not here. It's kind of ridiculous. Otherwise, he's in the bed. So emotionally dependent on you. You were gone 3 hours? Yeah, he didn't, like, complain or anything. He's just a silly boy. Oh. Let's see if we can hook this up. That's my goal, is to hook this up to the where we were, and then write it down. Oh, wrong button. Missy's also still. Hold on, Missy check. Missy baby check real fast. Watson's looking cozy. Missy baby check. We're cozy. I've been thinking about getting a small cat bed to put over there, because she lives over there all the time. And I feel like giving her a tiny little bed would make her happy. I mean, she's already happy, but Missy. I like how she looks directly at the camera. It's so good. Missy. Watson doesn't. Watson. He just passes out. Here's the weird thing about cats. You could put the most perfect bed there, and she could hate the spot and never come back. She loves... We know what types of beds she likes, luckily. The key is you put a little fleece blanket on it. That baby is deathly attracted to fleece blankets. Make a cap it after you finish your curtains? Oh, yeah. I'm excited for those curtains. They're looking good. It's looking good. I don't know. Have you put pictures in the Discord yet? No pics yet. All right. Fair enough. Rolling up. Watson, why weren't you here earlier, huh? Hamming up for the camera now? Can't believe this. I could have used this earlier. The real question is, if I move Desert Bus to December, if I get the VR chat done quick enough, could I also make another one? Meowdy Bell. What are you up to, Belle? What do you want, huh? Want candy? Huh? What do I want to eat? Be a little after 7. Gotta place stickers around Portland into a transmutation circle because you want a stone. Don't look. You're gonna do more than just Portland, alright? Full Metal Alchemist, in order to get the fancy stone, they had to do pretty much all of fake Germany. They're in like fantasy Germany there, right? I think it was fantasy Germany. Speaking of which, has anyone watched fuck, what do they call it? Like Spirits of Yotai? I forget what it's called. So it's the newest manga made by the Full Metal Alchemist mangaka has been turned into an anime. It's the one, so because they made Full Metal Alchemist and then they made Silver Spoon. And now they made a new one and I forget what the name of it is. But you'll see it and you'll be like, that's the Full Metal Alchemist art style. Demon Shadows of the Realm? Yeah, it's a wild name. It's not a good English. It's a completely, like, sounds like trash translation. Has anyone watched it? I read the first few months of it. Maybe the first year of it. I was enjoying it. But it was kind of slow. So I kind of dropped it for a bit. And I don't know how well it's being animated. close? I think we're pretty close. Fucking arrows. Just every time they get me. They're terrifying. Oh, fuck. We're good. That's one I need to check out. We've just been watching Jujutsu Kaisen and Witch Hat Atelier, which Witch Hat is done extremely well. Would highly recommend. Good anime, good manga. Oh, Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, of course. On Freerun. Yeah, Freerun we've been taking real slow, though. I think Freerun's a really good anime for taking real slow. I don't know, it's just kind of vibes. You've been watching the original Mobile Suit? How are you enjoying it? We finished that like a month ago. Love it? Good. It's great. It's so wild. It's really interesting to watch the show slowly evolve into the Gundam that we know more of.
I showed my wife your pussy lasso. Did you name your pussy?
I assume you are meaning my cat. I'm assuming this is whom you're referring to. I assume. I'm just gonna wild guess here. That's Watson. That's Watson. That's nice hands. Thank you. I do nothing with them. That's Missy. Okay. Missy. Yeah. Watson. She likes your Blaha too? Blaha's great. We love Blaha. This cat has to, like, if the Blowhigh or Blaha, however you want to pronounce it, isn't on the couch, he's not there. He refuses. I do nothing with them? What sins are you not telling us you commit with them? Don't. That's the rare double pussy. Like that guy with 2 dicks on Reddit. Yeah. Fuck me. I'm done. We're just gonna ride out this rail, make sure it's working. Oh. Blahag. Oh. Can't keep. Look, I've given up. It's the trans shark. You're allowed to make that joke. What happens when I become a cat girl, though? Cactus, what happens then? Then it just all falls apart. A cloaca? We don't talk about cloacas here. It gets weird. Last time we talked about cloacas, things got real weird in chat. All right, we got to make sure not to talk about it. Through his trans shark, yeah. We all love the blowhigh. Guardian from Night Rain. It's the bird person. Look, it gets weird. Anatomy is weird, guys. Let's make shark plushies. Everyone, it's a trans shark. Just lean into it. Yeah, they're chill with it. Sell trans sharks now. Yeah. I mean, they have a ton of like different marine animal plushes over in the IKEA. There's a whale with like a zipper mouth. He's pretty cool. There's an octopus. There's the shark, of course. There's not marine animals, but still animals. There's bears. to remember all the ones. There's dogs and cats. I think there's a giraffe. I think they have a giraffe. I don't remember because I just look at the Blahas. I'm like, do I get another one? I don't think so. I don't think I need another one. I need more variety in my plushes, not the same plush. It's a good shark plush, though. It's a fantastic. It's also, unironically, a great, like, cuddle plush. If you just need to lay down and, like, rest your arms on something. Blaha's there for you. Yeah. He is wild. We buy a lot of furniture out there. It's cheap. What are we on? Funky disc? That's fair. I really like the music from this game. I never played it though. It's Pop Slinger. It's got kind of a banging soundtrack, but it looks like one of those like pretty generic beat 'em ups. So I don't think I'll ever play it. Nope, come back. All right. It's a good place. 7 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good place to end. This is a solid little ending place. Whoops. There we go. Let's put down a waystone. I think this is week 40. We're at negative 49,000. Hot damn. Let me see if I can make some scrolls real fast. Bound scroll. That's what I want. Oh, we don't have any, damn. I'll have to do that later. I was gonna make a warp scroll for people. So people could come over here. Let's see. Let's go to a real start here. We'll show y'all. Show y'all the current state of things here. I think City of Lasso Catsidy, established 2024, finished June 2025. News finish September 2025, September 2027. I'm glad the the building committee is making sure we keep up to date. It's taken like 3 years for this goddamn thing. We got a little aquarium now. It's coming together. Some friends in there. Got a bison. Bison. If anyone wants to join on this server, it is open to anyone who's in the Discord. You're welcome to join. You're welcome to do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you're not destroying other people's stuff. We got a whole spawn set up. We got farms if you need them. All sorts of stuff. All right, you need sugarcane? We got sugarcane. You need to go to a church? Yeah, we got a church. We got a mob farm. It's fine. Whole like mob farm setup. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I just have to whitelist you, so that's why I need you in the Discord. Also just for like setup instructions and stuff. And of course we got DJ Roach. He plays this song all day, every day. He does not end. Where's your Caramel Dancing? Oh, Caramel Dancing's over here. In the like tiny little nightclub area. The bouncer was here, but he died because of reasons. I need to spawn in a new one. Wait. Did my Caramel Dancing break? Hold on. Hold on. I'm fixing it. No, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Did a cockroach riding it too? It did. Hold on, do I have a cockroach egg? Oh, I only have wing fragments. Damn. Spent too much time making this fucking bullshit. I should never do this again. Did it like teleport? Whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go raid out. Thank you for joining over on YouTube. I'm gonna end there and then we're gonna raid out on Twitch.